is a story that must be told about two ladies that are kind of old. One's a pastor, the other's not. They like to chat and cook and pray a lot. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. There's lots of laughter and lots of fun. Tuesday on Facebook Live at 1. You'll never know what will happen when Lucy and Ethel are at it again. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Amen. Woo! We know the words. Well, not really. We're cheating. But we decided it was time to learn the words to all this instead of just looking at each other.
We're kind of old, so our brains don't work as good as they should.
Okay, I want to say that today's Chat, Cook, and Pray is courtesy of Bethel United Church of Christ, where no matter where you are on life's journey, you are welcomed here. And we're so happy to be here today with a new recipe and have this person back with us who just had a procedure last week, and here she is already just ready to go. But it's kind of sad because I will be the only one that gets to eat this recipe. She'll just have to sit and, I don't know, eat your yogurt or something.
My yogurt?
That's right.
My protein drink.
That's right. But before we begin, I want to show you, I've not just been doodling around and not doing anything at night. I have got this much done on my picture. Look at it. It's beautiful. I cannot believe it. So I wanted to show it to you. I got to read real quick. Lori Buck and Linda Steckner are on. Kathy Korn's watching. Jamie Elder's watching. And Randy says, howdy, ladies. Hi, Bill. And Bill says, good afternoon to everybody. And Kathy Korn says hi. So anyway, I just had to show you. This was a lot of work because the numbers are so little. But now I'm going to send it over to our cook who is with us today, and I will be reading you some trivia about chickens. Linda, I was wondering how the painting was going. Well, I'm glad I'm going to do one quick show again for those that have come in late.
And you know, if you don't finish this up, this could be snow.
No, it's finished up. I'm going to get it finished up. I'm not going to mess around. It's going to get finished up. Okay. I'm going around, and our cook, Marty, is taking over.
All right. It's so good to be with you all today. I missed you so much last week. I mean, I watched the show at the same time as you, but it wasn't the same as being with you. And besides, I didn't have Pastor Karen to watch it with. That was so sad. It was so sad. All right. And get a little bit of oil in the skillet.
Okay, Danny Cantello's watching. Randy says hi, Bill. Hi, Andrea. She's waving. I don't have my little wave things on today. Jamie's with us. Mandy Pyle. And so Randy will talk to you all while you come up.
I am going to, first of all, turn the skillet on.
That would be.
It came on. That's always a blessing.
That's always a blessing.
Around this place, one never knows.
Yeah, we do like to have a skillet that works.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to take out these chicken breasts, and now I did beat mine a little bit because when I fixed this at home, while it was very, very good, my chicken with the different thicknesses, it was harder to cook. So I just pounded these out last night a little bit to make them fit better in the recipe. I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on each side.
Yummy.
This was a Randy who says, I don't like chicken. he really liked it. He said this was a keeper. So that was, I thought, well, I'll just fix this for Pastor Karen then. I bet she'll like it.
I do love my chicken. I like chicken. Bill Wooten and I love fried chicken.
Do you fix good fried chicken?
Yes, that's one of the things because
That's one thing you can do?
No, that's one of the things that I can do and do well.
Besides those bananas.
Besides the frozen bananas with the chocolate, yes. But that was always Doug's favorite birthday dinner. Fried chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans. And so he gets that. Oh, listen to that sizzle.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, while she's putting that in the pan, you might say, why are we going to talk about chickens? Well, when we found the chicken trivia, we need a break from all the natural disasters and other disasters, and chickens are a good distraction. And of course, it mentions the chicken dance. But I told Marty I was not going to do the chicken dance.
You practiced
I am
it.
not. I am not going to do it. Randy says chicken is still a little foul to me. Okay, which came first, the chicken or the egg, and why did the chicken cross the road? Those are the two questions that are always asked. Maybe they just want to live their lives without their motives being questioned.
Randy has a new reason.
What?
He says the chicken crossed the road to get the gum off its foot.
Oh. Okay. Whether you prefer them as pets on a farm or on your dinner plate for a meal, here are 50 facts about one of the most classic farm animals. Now, I'll stop there if you need to be telling what you're doing next.
I'm just
okay, you're just frying.
Chicken up.
Listen to this, you all. There are more chickens on Earth than people, 25 billion. There are also more chickens than any other bird species. And chickens can remember over 100 different faces of people or animals. And you know, I find that odd how they found.
You cannot remember 100
I
yourself.
know, but I find it odd how they would even know that.
Oh, well,
because if
imagine?
a chicken recognized me, I don't know that when it looked at me again, I would know that it recognized me.
Well, it might not want to think about you eating
That's
later.
right. That's
well,
right.
Remember, you know how they do those little tests with the brain waves and everything, and they put little wires? I just envision this chicken with a little helmet on its head and the little wires coming out, and the chicken going,
oh, Lord.
And you know how they do the sleep apnea test? Maybe that's how they do that with the chicken.
Who knows? I don't know. Okay, a mother hen turns her eggs 50 times a day and can lay more than 300 eggs a year. Whew. Wow.
Chicken.
That's tiring. That's tiring. The record number of eggs laid by a chicken in one day is 7. The record number of eggs laid by a chicken in 1 year is 371. An egg develops at 88 degrees Fahrenheit and is laid at 105 degrees. The color of the egg depends on the... Now this one, you know, I've heard all kinds of reasons why eggs are certain colors. But this is going to grab you because I've never heard this before. And yet this is supposed to be true. The color of the egg depends on the chicken's earlobes. Red earlobed chickens lay brown eggs, while white earlobed chickens lay white eggs. I didn't know, number one, that they had earlobes. I knew they probably had little holes for ears, and I didn't know that you take the color of the egg from the color of their earlobes. Wow. That's a good one. As chickens grow older, they lay larger eggs, but fewer than when they were younger.
Ooh.
Chickens can taste saltiness, but not sweetness. So what a waste if you put a brownie out there for them to eat. It just tastes salty to them. They wouldn't taste any sweetness.
Share a brownie with the chicken.
Well, I didn't say share would, but I just put one out there to see how they reacted. In Gainesville, Florida, okay, now this is a good one. In Gainesville, Florida, you have to eat fried chicken with your bare hands. Eating it by any other method is illegal. Now, I would have to say that that's one of those old laws that came from the...
No. It was done as a marketing tool to bring in tourists. And they did that as a marketing.
Oh, Randy says that if you were wielding a hatchet, they'll remember your face for the remainder of their lives. Well, yes, I guess so. Okay, all right. Okay, and this is something. A hen has to eat about 4 pounds of feed to make 1 dozen eggs.
Wow. No wonder eggs cost so much sometimes.
And the earliest known printing of Why Did the Chicken Cross the Road was in 1847 in a New York magazine. You know, and what was the common answer? To get to the other side or something like that. Now they have all kinds of answers for that. Okay, here's a sad fact. On average, 97 chickens are killed every half second worldwide.
How many?
97 chickens every half second.
97.
So while we've been doing this show, there's been hundreds of chickens that have been
all
killed.
For your pleasure.
All for the pleasure of eating, maybe. I don't know, unless they were
roadkill.
Or a chicken gang. That,
that's an idea.
I don't know.
Chicken gang. You know, they gang up.
Yeah.
There's more about chickens that.
Okay. By vaccinating chickens. Now, see, I don't understand why this wasn't done all over the world. By vaccinating chickens, the United Kingdom virtually eliminated salmonella. If you could eliminate salmonella by vaccinating, why wouldn't you do that worldwide?
Well, because we probably asked the chickens to vote on it, and they didn't want vaccinated. I don't know.
There's a rare breed of chicken from Indonesia that is completely black, including the feathers, beak, and organs.
And the bones.
And the bones, due to hyperpigmentation. And they can be sold for up to $2,500. I don't know, it doesn't say they taste any better. I guess you wouldn't kill a black chicken because it was special.
Well,
maybe you just keep it alive.
Well, what about all that, in the Chinese, they have some of those special dishes that you do a ceremonial thing, and even though they cost lots of money, people kill the thing to eat it.
But it's a rare breed.
Yeah. And I read
Sold
this
for
person
$2,500.
ate it. I read about a person that ate one and said it tasted really quite good. However, it was really freaky eating black meat.
Oh, I don't
that really
understand that.
freaks out with the black
But
bones.
I've seen on PBS and stuff, I've seen that rare breed of chicken. There is an invention called a chicken gun, which is used, now this I don't like.
No, it's cool.
It's
cool.
not really, no. This is not something that I think.
Well, if the chicken's beyond its time, you might as well make it be useful.
But listen to what it's used for. This invention called a chicken gun is used to test the resistance of airplane windows and engines by blasting the dead chicken at the aircraft. Well, who would have ever thought of that?
Actually, one time we were looking at promoting the air show, and we were looking at crazy stuff to do, and we thought about taking frozen turkeys.
I know there's pumpkins, you do the pumpkins and launch them out, but I'd never heard of shooting the dead chickens to an aircraft. Oh my Lord. Hi, Jolene. Jody's watching.
Oh, good.
Okay. So that's something that, if you ever want to do a trivia question, you can say, what do they shoot at airplanes to test the resistance of their windows? Okay, here's another little interesting tidbit. There's a wild mushroom called latoporus that tastes nearly the same as chicken, and it is sometimes called the fried chicken mushroom. What do you know about that? Are you going to get some latoporus, and are we going to fry it to see if it tastes like chicken?
I'd pick up some poisonous toadstools or something.
Okay, let's move on. Oh, other side. In South Korea, there are more fried chicken restaurants than there are McDonald's restaurants. Oh, worldwide. Okay, let me read that again. In South Korea, there are more fried chicken restaurants than there are McDonald's restaurants worldwide. I would think there'd have to be a fried chicken restaurant just right next that filled up all of South Korea to have more fried chicken restaurants than there are McDonald's worldwide.
And then you ought to see, they don't serve the same fried chicken stuff that we have.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that's true. They have
different. They have rice but they think that one of the reasons that is so popular in China is the clean bathrooms.
Okay, well, this is South Korea.
Well, I know, but
Excuse me.
the same area. I've been there.
Oh, okay.
It was hard finding bathrooms.
Okay. Okay, now, number 23 of an interesting trivia. Chicken wings used to be considered undesirable and sometimes thrown out until, and I didn't know this happened this long ago, 1964, when a restaurant owner barbecued and served them in 1964 and called them buffalo wings, and they were named after Buffalo, New York. I didn't know it was that. I don't remember ever eating wings in the 1960s or even know they were popular. So it must have taken a while to get to the Midwest.
Well, that's clear on the East Coast,
yeah.
And we're clear back here in the Midwest.
That's right. That's right.
But you love chicken wings.
I love chicken wings, yes, and I love chicken. Yes, you're right. The record for the most egg yolks in one egg is, take your guesses out there before I tell you. Hi, Carolyn Lipsky. And Andrea says, Marquita, you look amazing. And then let's see, some of these have come up and I haven't been looking. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Well, actually, Andrea, I feel amazing.
She does.
To be back here. That's wonderful.
Okay, 9 yolks. Did I tell you that, or did we?
No, you.
Okay, so anybody guess 9, you win a prize. I don't know what that is, but we'll figure it out. The largest chicken egg ever recorded weighed 12 ounces and contained 2 yolks. I cannot even imagine what a 12-ounce chicken egg would look like. I mean, I've seen, like, you know, ostrich eggs and those things, but chickens just don't lay eggs that are 12 ounces. That would be
like a dinosaur egg. What
that would be
chicken.
huge.
How'd she walk around?
I don't know. That would I can't even imagine. And if I do start imagining it, it just makes me hurt.
Scary.
Yes. Okay. Now here is another big number. Bill says, remember the rooster that kept us awake all night when we were in the Philippines? How can I forget? We could have fried him for breakfast. Yes, but they crow all day long. But in the middle of the night, it's awful. Okay, Americans consume 8 billion chickens per year, which is more chicken than beef. Okay, at 80 pounds of chicken per capita compared to 63 pounds of beef per capita. Now that's something, that we eat more chickens than we eat beef, and by quite a bit.
That doesn't mean that it's the favorite food.
Well, I don't know what that, but I'm just saying we consume more chickens than beef. Wow. Oh, okay, here's kind of a sad one. When a chicken gets its head cut off, it can run the length of a football field before dropping dead. You're chuckling at that. Now that's...
Well, yeah, but how else is it going to get to your plate for you to be able to fry?
I would just wait till it dropped. I wouldn't see how far it ran.
You're not going to chase after it?
No, I'm not. But I know from my dad, when because he lived on a farm, that chickens do that, and I know Terry's grandma, when she would talk about wringing the necks of chickens and how they'd run around the yard, it always was so strange to me.
My grandmother just took the chicken out and threw it on that chopping block and whack! There went its head.
That's right. Okay, the longest recorded flight by a chicken lasted for 13 seconds at a total distance of 301 feet. Because you know the chickens don't fly. If they did, they couldn't be kept in pens very easily.
No.
So there you had one, though, that could fly a distance of 301 feet. And they have prehistoric roots and are the closest living relative of the Tyrannosaurus rex. Chickens' bodies contain 15% more water than humans. And does any of you know what the fear of chickens is called out there? There's a phobia. I'll give you a little chance. You guys get your phones out and start looking it up on Google.
I don't think they can type that fast.
The fear of chickens. What do you think it's called? Linda Stecklin said, our chickens must have had problems. All our chickens did were just flop around. They didn't run the length of a football field. What? Jody says we tied their feet to clothes.
Huh?
Cloths, maybe, she means. Or,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe she needs to explain that since we're not too grown.
Jody, yeah, we need more explanation on how you tied their feet to stuff. Because I'm not sure what that means. Okay, does anybody have the fear of chickens that they found yet? The phobia? I'm trying to do a drum roll. The fear of chickens is called electrophobia. Electrophobia. Alektoro. Phobia. Electorophobia. If the white of an egg is cloudy, it means that egg is fresh. I didn't know that. And chickens can see and dream in full color. And they'd have to be hooked up to a little thing like you were saying, like somebody that's getting tested for sleep apnea.
Yeah.
And so just picture a little chicken
with a little
getting
helmet, like a
tested.
sieve. You know, like a little metal sieve. Maybe they use aluminum foil because that would be easier.
And then after you cook it, you just wrap it up in the foil you use for the helmet.
And roast it.
Oh, gosh. So chickens can see and dream in full color, it says. And when chickens feel stressed, they start to lose their feathers, which isn't unlike us. Not that we lose our feathers, but we start to lose our hair when you're stressed out.
Start to lose our minds.
And lose our minds, but they lose their feathers. It only takes about 26 hours for a hen to produce an egg and 21 days for the egg to incubate and hatch. Okay, there's actually a longest recorded chicken life. The longest living recorded chicken was named Matilda, who lived to be 16 years old, which is over twice as long as the average chicken lifespan. Oh, she says, Jody says, we tied their feet to clothes, but then she explains, a clothesline, and cut their throat.
Oh! And Jody, I thought, was my friend.
Okay, Kavita Rath is watching. Do you know Kavita?
No.
Oh, hi. Glad you joined us. Okay. Chickens have their own unique language with over 30 different sounds used to communicate. Wouldn't it be great if we could do chicken Latin instead of pig Latin? If we could learn the
sometimes when you talk, that
I know.
may be what you're using.
I know. And if we could learn the chicken sounds and what they meant, then I could talk to you in chicken.
Go right ahead.
Now, baby chicks can develop object permanence.
Oh, now we had to look that
We
one
had to
up.
look that up. Now listen to this, and some of you guys may know this. Baby chicks can develop object permanence as soon as 2 days old, while it takes human babies around 7 months. So, do you want to explain object permanence? Do you
Object
remember?
permanent- Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's when, like, I'm here.
Don't let it burn.
I'm not. When I'm here and I leave the room, object permanence is you remember I still exist even if I'm not in the room.
That's right. And
you know how you teach children that?
peekaboo.
Yes.
Uh-huh. That's what I thought. So, a baby chick knows as soon as 2 days old that if the mama chick leaves that it's coming back. They don't fear that. But it takes human babies around 7 months to develop that. And chickens are omnivores. And a hen will eat their own raw eggs if they're not satisfied with their diet.
Others. If they don't get enough food, they will turn on them and eat them. They're carnivores.
Wow.
They're
It says
cannibals,
omnivores.
but they're cannibalistic.
Okay. In order to clean themselves, chickens take dust baths. They dig a small pit in the ground and use the dirt to help with the oil in their feathers. So, a dust bath. That's different. This is funny. If chickens listen to classical music, they'll lay bigger and heavier eggs. That's unusual.
Okay.
And chickens can run up to 9 miles per hour. So see, I would never catch a chicken.
It'd be a fun book. Hey, you know, I could do a YouTube show on that one.
They run 9 miles per hour. That's pretty fast.
Maybe we could have a chicken race between you and the chicken.
No, that's out. A chicken's heart beats from 220 to 360 times per minute. Interesting. Oh, this is sad. Chicken beaks can bleed.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
like after you chop their head off.
Well, no, that's not what it means. It means if they peck too hard on something, they can maybe break their beak and it bleeds. Mother hens talk to their chicks while they're still in the eggs. Oh, that's sweet. And the chicks can chirp back while they're in the shell.
That was interesting.
That is. In order to attract hens, roosters do a dance called tidbiting or tidbitting. I can't. Roosters do a dance called tidbitting, involving moving their head up and down, waddling, and making certain sounds. And I am not going to do that.
Oh, come on.
And Marty, if you want to do a tidbitting dance, you can. You move your head up and down, you waddle,
You see,
and you
you're
make.
doing a very
Well, I'm not doing it on camera though.
Well, I'm
Okay.
filming.
In 2004, how are we doing? In 2004, the chicken was the first bird to have its genome sequenced, which is finding out the order of their DNA. Doing this was what helped determine that a chicken is the closest living relative to the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Wow.
All right, chickens have 3 eyelids. I don't know, maybe one's translucent, or maybe they look like they're winking at you and they're really not. Mother hens teach their chicks what to eat and what to avoid. Chicken eggs' nutrition value is the same regardless of the egg color. You know, I've always heard these arguments that brown eggs are richer in content or whatever.
They're just richer in the price you pay for them.
Well, that could be. Most eggs are typically laid in the morning between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. And now I see you've done several steps. Do you want to tell them what all you've put in?
Okay, I started off by putting in some chopped up onions, 1/4 of a cup, and stir-fried that for about a minute or so. And then I added in garlic, and then from that I added in my cup of water and my instant Herbox sodium-free chicken bouillon. And I added in the little bit of salt and pepper and the lime juice, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, and I didn't use fresh limes, I used real lime because that was easier.
Yes.
And then I stirred in chopped up cilantro that I picked up last night at the store, so it's nice and fresh.
Okay, and then how long do you let
I
that
just
cook?
had to let it cook down until it is about reduced by 1/4 of a cup. So we're just about there to where I'm going to pour in the cream. And I need 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and I think I have more than 1/2 cup because I was an idiot and measured a full cup and poured it back in the container. Isn't that crazy?
Well, but you've got 1/2 cup there to measure it.
Oh yeah, luckily.
Do you have,
Oh, the lights went off.
No
Oh,
lights, no lights. Come back on.
we've not been moving enough.
I'll walk like a rooster dance. I'll do a rooster dance to make the lights go back on.
Okay, I'm going to stir in
Okay, the cream.
the cream. And then we just stir that. Oh man, does that look
That
good?
looks very good.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Yes.
And then we're just gonna,
When do you do the rice?
well, you know what? You have a job.
What?
You need to put this in the microwave, standing upright.
Standing upright.
For 90 seconds.
90 seconds. Okay.
Yes, yes. Because I thought you needed something with this chicken.
Yes, thank you.
So Randy picked that out for you. So,
Okay, 90 seconds.
yes. Yeah, that's the challenge around here.
Time cook. There.
Yeah.
Time cook. 90. Start. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
You know, it's a challenge for us to
It's a
use the
challenge.
microwave.
It's a challenge for us all
Life
the
seems to be
time.
a challenge.
Oh,
for
Kathy
some of
Korn said TMI. I do think there are some of these things had too much information.
us. Oh, but it was so
Uh,
fascinating.
It takes. Randy gives us some facts on Basenjis.
Oh,
It takes Basenjis their whole life to understand who their family is, and they still scream when a member of their family. It says Seymour, but
well, we won't see.
should I hit it?
Wait, you can try that.
Oh, when a member of the family leaves the room.
Oh, yeah. Then
Hi,
it is-
Vicky.
it's freaked out.
Yeah.
Okay, it's almost done.
All right. So now she's put the fried breasts that she pounded and fried, and now she puts them back in here, and they cook for what, 10, 15 minutes? I don't know.
No, they're done. As soon as the rice is done, and we'll put some rice on your plate. And some
Well,
chicken, and we'll
that's
be
amazing.
It's really a easy dish. I mean,
Let's see. Most eggs are typically laid in the morning. I already said that. Hens generally choose their mates based on the brightness and size of the rooster's comb on top of his head.
I'm kind of worried. I'm
So,
kind of worried about you right now.
oh, because of my red hat,
Yeah.
my comb. Originally, chickens were domesticated for the use of cockfighting, and this is interesting. And this is the last trivia. If you trick a hen into thinking a day is 28 hours by using certain lighting, she will lay bigger and stronger eggs. There you go, bigger and stronger eggs.
Wow.
If you make a hen think that the day is 28 hours long.
Okay.
Well, that's
I'm
interesting,
going to give you the small
to
piece of
say the
chicken.
least.
Let's see.
Just give me a small piece.
I am. This one's a little thinner, so I think it's actually smaller.
Okay.
Well, wait. First, I have to put some rice on.
Is it hot?
Yes.
There's the rice.
Is that enough rice? for
Yes,
you?
that's plenty.
Okay.
There's my rice.
Okay. Then
Now she's putting the little chicken on
chicken
top.
Now hold on.
Oh yeah, I gotta have that juice.
And you're not through yet.
Okay. Oh my
Juice.
goodness. That just looks yummy.
And then
Okay.
I put a little fresh cilantro as a topping on that.
Okay.
Good grief, it's sticking to my fingers.
There it is. Little fresh cilantro.
There you go.
There is my plate.
Yeah.
That is so good looking. All right. So she's going to
Okay.
leave that in the pan. We're going to move back over here.
I'm gonna
And
give
let
you
me
a
get
knife
the-
to cut your chicken with. You might
Um,
need a fork.
I will need a fork right here. Yes.
All right. Now I'll turn the camera to you. And your chair is placed in the
To
appropriate
us.
manner.
Camera turned to us. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Sit down and leave it right where it's
Right
at.
where it's at.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't
it's
mess
all
me
been set up. Okay. All right. Well, that's not true. You need to go further to get to
There
your
we
chair.
go. I'm good. Now we're good. We're good.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm positive.
Okay.
Just a second. I have to get my lunch now.
All right. See, I told her that I didn't want to eat in front of her since she can't have anything but, soft, clear, mushy stuff for a while since her
For 6
surgery.
weeks, that's all.
And see, her surgery was exactly a week ago today. A week ago today. And here she is.
Well, I had to get through all where.
She's
soon.
got her protein.
And there's a dessert
Oh,
for
a
you.
Swiss Miss for me.
Yes.
She's got her yogurt and her Swiss Miss
Yes.
and
I'm
a
in good
protein
shape.
drink. So she's okay.
Yeah.
She'll doesn't make me feel that bad then. But anyway, so I'm gonna take a little bite so you guys can know how good it is. Because I've got to say, this juice and stuff and that quick little packet of rice, that's a handy little thing.
Well, Pat Armstrong said she'd used that for one of those recipes that we'd done, and I thought, well, I'll give it a
You
shot.
can really taste the wine.
Really?
Yes, it's very, very prevalent, but it's very good. Mmm, very tasty.
Next week we're gonna make no churn ice cream.
Did you hear that, folks? You were whispering.
We're gonna make no churn ice cream.
No churn ice cream. Oh, this is yummy.
It's very good.
I really like that. And it's so easy. I mean, it seemed like it was so easy and so fast. And maybe that's because you beat these little chicken breasts down to thin.
Well, they were.
Thinner.
That's only a half of one because I thought they were really a little too big.
That's good. It really is. Well, I just need to know what you all have been up to. Oh, thank you, Vicki. Guess what I forgot to do?
What?
Pray. Well,
And I forgot to remind
and
you.
you forgot to remind me.
Well, it's because eating this, I wasn't sure what I was praying for.
See, the last week threw me off since we weren't really here. I mean, the
like
the
we're
video
never really
was,
here.
Yeah, the video was here, but I, didn't have to do it. Just a second.
Well, and 1 week out of training, and I lost all my brains.
And you lost your brains, and you didn't remind me.
No, okay, now.
Okay, we're gonna pray. All gracious and loving God, we thank you for this wonderful food. We thank you for the joy of being back together. We thank you that Marty is on the mend, and we're so grateful for that. And also, I know Jamie had surgery the same day, and she's on the mend. I've talked to her. And we just keep everyone in our prayers that is in need of your healing. We thank you that we are able to show others these wonderful recipes and know that if it brings joy to anyone, our mission has been accomplished, and as we eat this food, may we use it to your good works. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Vicki Lynn.
You know something that's coming up?
What?
I think it's the 10th of October. Crop Walk.
Crop Walk is coming up.
And it's a virtual crop walk. And because Pastor Karen and I I don't know, I think we might be addled in the head. We signed up to be virtual walkers.
Virtual walkers.
So you can pledge to Bethel's team. And if you want to choose one of us, that's fine. If not, just
do it to the team.
Do it to the team. We don't care. But we signed it up, and I made Pastor Karen send out notices to her family.
Yes, I did. Anyway, I just want to say, Crop Walk has always been one of those ministries that I have been so happy about.
You used to walk in it.
Yes, I did. We pushed Colin when he was just a year old. We pushed him all the way around the little
Well, now we could push
track.
all the way around.
Now you can push me. But it's the most wonderful mission. All the money, so much of the money stays in the area and provides food for all of the food pantries. And the need is so great this year with the pandemic and people out of work. So please find a way, if you can, to give.
If they look on our Facebook page, Bethel's, the link to there, and you can give to whoever you want. But I would suggest supporting Pastor Karen.
I would support the team.
Well, you're part of the team.
I know, but it doesn't have to be in my name.
No, but just if you go out there, you'll make Pastor Karen happy.
Wow. Well, you guys make me happy anyway. It's just happy to see all your names. So, again, I want to go back to say how good this is, since I already forgot to pray.
Maybe you want to make sure it was safe to eat before you prayed about it.
I know. That's what we have to do: chat, cook, and pray. And I didn't pray at the end, but I do have to say this gives the whole chicken dish a very different flavor, having the lime in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very good. Very good. And what is that little packet that cooked up so brown basmati.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Ben's ready rice, brown basmati rice. 90 seconds is all it took.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really done.
Yeah, there's plenty of it in there.
You know, sometimes they tell you so many seconds, and then when you bite into it, it's so crunchy.
Yeah, it's really not good.
How's your wee?
It's wee good. It's vanilla. Actually, the flavor I tried last night for supper was maple. Because I can't have anything that has anything in it.
Mm-hmm.
But that maple flavor, I have to buy some more. It was
So
good.
now she's promoting wee, O-U-I.
Yeah.
Of course, she picked something French, but I
Well,
can
it was
say
so that you could pronounce it.
I can say oui, oui, oui. But here's what Lori says, and Lori, I told her this. I said, you don't have to cook anything today because that would make me feel. You saw how guilty it made me. You saw how slow I was to take a bite when she can't eat. But Lori says, Marquita, you're amazing to be able to cook like that when you can't eat it.
Well, it helped that I had fixed the meal before, so I knew what it should smell like, so that helped.
But yes, I feel. You know how guilty I feel as I
Yeah, I could see.
as
how
I've almost
guilty-
finished my lunch.
I saw how guilty you felt. I felt for you.
But this is a quick,
Mhm.
easy thing to fix, and it tastes very, very good. It's really very flavorful. I'm amazed at how flavorful that lime makes it.
I think I served. Yeah, I did mashed potatoes when I fixed it. I think.
But it is very good. But yes, Marty, we're so glad you're back,
Of course.
and so glad you're. Let me tell you this, you all. She went in for surgery last Tuesday, and then spent the night, and then came home on Wednesday. So I'm sitting in the office in there, and I hear the door open up, and it's Randy, and he says he's coming in to get something. I don't know. And then I see this little head peek around him. She had him drop by here on their way home, and I just said, "Get home."
I was worried that you'd be gone because it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Without me here to torture you, you might leave early.
Oh, no such luck.
And you said you're supposed to be at home, and
That's
I
what
said
I said.
I am.
Yeah.
I am at home. Every time I've been in the hospital for something, I always come by Bethel before going home. I don't know why that
I don't know.
is.
There's some kind of force.
Yeah,
It
obviously.
has the force.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just happy that you're all well.
It was
I know
all those prayers. I'm not sure if they prayed because they didn't want to do my job or because they really wanted.
we wanted you well.
Okay, that's good.
Just like we pray for all of our people here, whenever they have anything, we want everybody to get well.
Oh yes, Jamie, we texted back and forth, and that was pretty neat. She was on a different floor in the hospital, but
That was good. My
It was
empty
excellent.
plate.
Oh.
Okay. That was tasty.
it was very tasty, and I like it. They have these little glass jars, and I'm going to be able to have some to use here for our cooking show.
We will probably see 1,000 little glass jars
Mm-hmm.
that come from her wee yogurt.
Oh, I've
Okay.
never bought it before because usually I bought those things on sale for 40 cents. There is a difference.
Yes.
Let me tell you. There is
Oh,
a
you mean
difference.
when you pay more for yogurt?
Yeah, maybe
for
it's
the
that
brand?
French. Maybe it's the
French.
French name.
It's the French name.
You know, I was on a cruise over in the east. I was over in Japan,
Uh-huh.
and there was this guy on the cruise also, and this guy was a real winner. First of all, I had tennis shoes.
Best think about what you're saying. They may be watching.
That's I don't care. I
Oh,
say
okay.
to it, I don't worry. I did more stuff to him than that. But I had these tennis shoes that had the label on the back, instead of saying Nike or whoever, said Liz. So he called me Liz the entire time. We'd go on tours, and he'd show up. And he'd, Liz. I'm going like,
Don't put a name on your shoes. People will call you that.
Well, I couldn't take the name off. It was that molded into the.
Oh, good thing you weren't wearing Adidas. They would have kept calling you Adidas.
So anyway, I could think of other things they'd call me.
Yes.
Anyway, this guy, we're at breakfast on the ship one morning, and there's this Japanese couple that's sitting across from us. This guy, every time he saw me, would come and sit beside me. It's like, why? I don't deserve this. Anyway, he sits down and he looks at the Japanese couple and says, they're having yogurt for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
He says, you always eat yogurt for breakfast? You eat like that for breakfast all the time? And he says, I'll tell you. He says, I'm from Texas and we have Yoplait yogurt there. You really ought to try it because it's the best there is.
I never know what she's going to say. I just let her ramble on.
Oh, this is made by Yoplait, so maybe it is the best there is.
Yeah. And do you know this person's that's watching now? Is that from one of your families?
I can't see the name from there.
Anon Kershawani?
Well, your pronunciations are so wonderful. Let
Well,
me take a look.
I just assumed it might be some of the families you know from your...
Oh, it's Amon. No, I don't. Randy probably knows who it is.
Okay. Hello, glad you're watching. Okay. Yummy. It took you so long to get the label off that. You haven't even eaten your pudding yet.
I wasn't going to eat it. I was going to actually do something probably healthier, like my Premier protein drink.
Oh, okay. Go ahead with your drink.
Yes. Well, I'm going to use my little jar to drink out of.
Okay. I am going to read you those that get our Monday letter or get the daily devotionals that Marty sends out. She just sent this one out today.
Yeah, I thought it was very good.
It's very good, and I want to share it with you all today, too. It's, as we continue with this pandemic and continue not knowing when we'll be coming back to in-person worship. However, I do have to say I'm so happy for our outdoor worship. I think it's been wonderful.
Oh, it is. It's been fun.
And to see people's faces, and of course we all wear our masks, anybody that gets outside the car, and we stay distanced, but it's just neat to see everybody. And of course, again, this last Sunday, we did another baptism. And that was neat.
So cute. Those little boys
Ann
were
and
just
Don
darling.
Eversmeyer's great nephews, and so it was so neat to have them. But anyway, there's always, I think we get a sinking feeling, and that's the title of this particular devotion this morning. And it comes from Matthew 14:28-30. Peter answered him, Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water. He said, come. So Peter got out of the boat, started walking on the water, and came toward Jesus. But when Peter noticed the strong wind, he became frightened, and beginning to sink, he cried out, Lord, save me. And this is by Matt Laney, who is senior pastor of the Virginia Highland Church, UCC, in Atlanta, Georgia. Suppose Peter was not called out of the boat only to walk on water. Suppose he was called out of the boat to sink, to know his vulnerability, and remember the kingdom is not a solo effort. Barbara Brown Taylor writes of this moment. What if Peter had not sunk? What if he jumped out of the boat with perfect confidence, landed with both feet flat on the water, and smiled across the waves at Jesus? What if the other disciples had followed suit, piling out of the boat after him? It would be a different story. It might even be a better story, but it would not be a story about us. We could call Peter's water walk a failure, or we could call it a spectacular success in acknowledging he is sinking and remembering that he was not alone. Too often we get that sinking feeling and scramble back into the boat and give up. That's common in the journey toward anti-racism, being LGBTQIA advocates and allies, ending voter suppression, and other justice work. When we recognize how complex and intersectional and overwhelming it all is, how many things we have to untangle in ourselves and in the world, we might find ourselves backing off. Getting out of our safe spaces demands sinking into our vulnerability, our limitations, our ignorance. It's hard and also a blessing. We can't know what it means to be lifted up until we know what it means to sink. I want to read that line again. We can't know what it means to be lifted up until we know what it means to sink. The good news is Jesus has overcome the intersectional high seas and hurricanes of this world, walks all over them, and did not allow Peter to drown. And then the prayer, Holy One, I know you want more for me than safety and stability. When I sink, help me to give thanks and remember I am not alone. Amen. So we need to remember that always. We're not alone. And we're not alone in all that's happening around us today. And we just are going to keep on keeping on and knowing that there's always Christ walking with us. So, do you have anything to say to folks as you get ready to drink your little protein drink?
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
Oh, I tell you, it is so great to be back and to harass you. It's been I just can't imagine what you do here without me here to help you.
I don't know either, but I do want to show my picture one more time because some of you just got on, and I'm getting close to getting my picture done. Just a minute. I want to also get our song ready. Okay, so let me hand that to you.
All right.
And let me get my picture. You guys are going to be amazed. It's almost looking like it should. Here's my picture. There it is. That's the whole thing. And I've got more blue, and I have 4 more numbers to paint. So where you see the blank spaces, it's because those haven't been painted yet. But believe me, tons of it has. And it's one of those things that when it starts becoming work and not relaxing, I have to stop. But there it is. There's the picture.
Oh, you got your
I got mine on.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so now we're going to sing you out or kazoo you out and wish you a blessed, wonderful day.
Enjoy the weather.
Here we go.
Come on.
Here we go.
Well, that's what you think.
That's what I said last time.
You gotta push the button.
There. Chat, cook, and pray, oh, chat, cook, and pray, oh, chat, cook, and pray, oh, chat, cook, pray, amen. Bye, all. Love you. Bye.
Push the right button.